The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.
Glitch in the matrix. How can that be? Is there something unreal in what you see? On the count of three, open your eyes.
All right. Hey, good evening. Come on in. It's the South Florida Live Podcast. Once again, I am your host, Jeffrey Brown. And as we always say, this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Hey, come on in, guys. Come on in. Let's get it started. We're on a schedule tonight. Hey, listen, tonight is going to be a powerful episode. On tonight, we have two amazing ladies with us on tonight that we get the opportunity to interview and share with, and they share with our audience on tonight. So please, those that are viewing by Facebook, those that are viewing by YouTube, those that are viewing by Instagram, hey, good evening to you, and welcome to the South Florida Live Podcast on this evening. So come on in, share with someone. Share with someone, let them know that we are on and we are live and we are going to have a great time on tonight. Let them know they don't want to miss tonight. They don't want to miss tonight. Trust me, I'm telling you, I got two amazing ladies with me on tonight. Two amazing ladies with me tonight, and they're going to share some things in their own way on tonight. So you don't want to miss it. So make sure that you share with somebody. Let them know that the South Florida Live Podcast is on. Those that are viewing by Facebook, do me a favor if you will. Go ahead and like and share, if you will. Like and share, if you will. Go ahead and also tag some people that you know. Tag some folks that you know to join us. At least 10. Tag at least 10 of your friends. They're not doing anything. It's Thursday night. What are they doing? I don't think anything really comes on Thursday night. So tag them and let them know that we are on, we are live, if you will. Thank you so much. Those that are viewing by YouTube. Hey, listen, if it's your first time viewing by YouTube, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, if you will. And when you see that little bell, click on that bell, and then you're going to click all, okay? Once you click all, that way you'll get notified every time we go live. You'll get a notification every time we go live. Would you do that for me? Thank you so very much. Hey, listen, if you just want to hit us up and share some things with us, if you want to hear something, some topics, some things that you want to hear that maybe you want us to talk about and discuss and research and look up, hey, go ahead and hit us at South Florida Live Podcast at gmail.com. South Florida Live Podcast at gmail.com, and drop us a little note and let us know, and we will check it out. We'll make it happen for you. All right. Thank you. Once again, please Uh, like and share. Like and share if you can. Like and share. Like and share. Make a comment. Let me know that you're there. All right. Listen, like I say, we're on a schedule. We're gonna get this party started. Um, I am so I'm so excited to have the this first guest that's on. Um, Watched her from afar, watched the journey um, from afar, how she has made some moves and doing some things um, in her city, and she has a heart, a, a big heart for to serve and for people. So listen, we're gonna hear from her tonight. We're gonna hear from her tonight, and I'm gonna bring her on and let you guys hear also. And that's the one and only. My friend, my sister, the doctor is in the house, y'all. Dr. Mary Smith. Hey, good evening to you, and welcome to the South Florida Live podcast.
Good evening. How are you doing, Mr. Brown? Glad to be here.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I hope you had a day of peace and blessings and a productive day on today.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Good. Hey, listen, I know you're on a schedule, so we're just gonna jump right into it if we can. We can get started and just let the people know who you are. Listen, I am so honored. I am so honored this evening to have you with us on this evening. Dr. Mary Smith. Dr. Mary Smith is a candidate, y'all. She's a candidate for Lauderhill City Commissioner, seat 4.
Yes.
So once again, thank you for joining us on tonight. So let's do this. Audience here, they're viewing, they're watching. Can you just share with my audience? Just tell them a little something about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Dr. Mary Smith, and I'm running for Lauderhill City Commissioner, seat 4, because I truly believe that our city deserves strong, transparent, and accountable leadership that puts our residents first. I am currently a professor at Lynn University in Boca Raton, Florida, in the College of Business and Management. I started as a Lauderhill resident. I've been a longtime resident for over 50 years. I raised my family here. I built my career here. And I have been just a grassroots resident. And I know the struggles that we've all faced in this city. And I'm running because I want stronger leadership. In my previous career, I was an area manager. I had 2 counties. I started in customer service at an entry-level position and then worked my way up to a technician climbing poles for 10 years, and then went into management the last 21 years at a Fortune 500 company. And in my career, I solved major problems. I managed multi-million-dollar budgets. I developed leaders, and I know about bringing people together to achieve measurable results. So I'm running right now at this time in my life because I feel, number one, that God has told me that it's time for me to run, that the time is now. I'm also running because I see that we need change. And if we had stronger leadership, we could have a stronger Lauderhill. And I am that leader. So that's why I'm running.
Okay. Yeah. So, but what inspired you though? What really inspired you to do this thing? To actually, because most people, I don't think this is something that you, when you were younger, said, you know what, I want to be a politician one day. I want to get into that. So, what is it that inspired you to say, you know what,
do this?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, currently I'm on the Planning and Zoning Board for the City of Lauderhill. So I have a voice that helps our community. And I realize that our youth, our seniors, we need a voice in Lauderhill. There are some things that need change, such as We need responsible spending. And I feel that our residents deserve a voice in the decisions that actually affect their daily lives. So if not me, who? And if not now, when? So that is why I'm running, because I feel that now is the time. I
And
am
I'm
a
yeah,
retiree. My kids live in Georgia, and the timing is just right for me to be that voice for our residents.
yeah. And you, since you went there, let's go here. What do you believe are the biggest challenges currently facing the city of Lauderhill right now?
Well, I constantly hear about safety and crime being a major issue for several of our residents. I also feel that responsible spending is a major issue. We need more transparency. Our residents need to understand where their tax dollars are going and not after they've been spent, but they need to have a voice in those decisions that are being made. And then I feel that we need more measurable outcomes. So another issue would be our small business and economic development as well.
So since you mentioned about the safety of the city, so um, public safety is important in most cases. So what plans do you have to keep Lauderhill safe while building the trust between residents and law enforcement? Because I know that sometimes that's a big issue in some cities, some towns, that the residents don't feel really safe and they don't have a real relationship with with law enforcement. What would be your plan to change that?
Yes, well, being that I'm a leader, I feel that leadership is all about setting goals and holding people accountable. And if I were the commissioner for the city of Lauderhill, my first step would be to set some measurable goals and for the officers to understand that they're a critical part of the crime in our city and that they need to take accountability. So I would hold them accountable and have their measurements be based on the success of our crime decreasing in the city of Lauderhill.
You also mentioned about the economy. Economy development is a major concern as well in many cities. So, how would you attract businesses and create opportunities for residents in Lauderhill?
Well, one of my things, as also I'm a business owner as well, one of my things that I would do first is to take a look at why businesses are unable to sustain in the city of Lauderhill. I would then take a look at what resources, whether they be local resources, city resources, state resources, or federal, to find out how we can help these business owners. Because right now we have businesses that start up in Lauderhill, but they're unable to sustain. And we need to find ways to have those dollars turn over in our own city. So I would work with the residents and business owners to find ways to turn over that dollar within the city of Lauderhill.
Okay. Wow. So in what direction and what area, I mean, would you first focus on and try attract and bring what type of businesses? Because I know Lauderhill is it's a different kind of field there in Lauderhill. So what are some of the businesses that you would actually go after and try and attract to come to Lauderhill?
I think we need more inclusive and like diversity in the city of Lauderhill. And I would try to attract businesses from all ethnicities. And whether that be, we have a lot of parks, but I feel we need more places where we could take our families, because raising a family here in Lauderhill, that was one of the things that was of concern to me. Other than parks, where could I take my family for just a great night of having fun or having a great dining experience? That would be something that I would focus on.
And especially somewhere safe.
Definitely safe.
Now that means does that mean there's particular areas that you look to put those
No,
in?
no, I think every area could be safe. every resident has something to bring to the table, and we could do it together. We can have a stronger Lauderhill if we had stronger leadership. And I am that leader. So I feel that when we come together and I listen to the community and I engage with the community and I work collaboratively with the community, we can move Lauderhill forward.
Yeah. And because I asked that because a lot of times people are hesitant of bringing certain businesses and certain things to certain cities because they worrying about certain areas that it could be in, more out west and in the east. But that wouldn't be the case.
No, I would want all residents to be proud to live in Lauderhill, to be proud to work in Lauderhill, live in Lauderhill, raise a family in Lauderhill, to just be proud residents no matter where you are in the city of Lauderhill. All residents deserve that same quality of life.
Now, Dr. Smith,
Yes.
Doing this, we are in a situation now with this current administration, and a lot of stuff has happened. And one of the major things that we see that's on the rise again is affordable housing.
Yes.
That's continuing to be a challenge all across South Florida and everywhere. What role should the city play in addressing housing concerns?
I would agree that that is a major problem everywhere. I would start with taking a profile of the average resident of Lauderhill that needs housing, and that's where I would start, and then try to couple that with resources or grants that are available out there. I would look at the local businesses that we currently have and see if we could possibly do some type of a program to get more workers in the city of Lauderhill and those local businesses, perhaps starting a website where local businesses would post the job openings in Lauderhill. And then we get our youth and our residents to make more income, and then they would have a better way or a better chance of getting housing.
Wow. Yeah. That's where that's good. That's where it starts. It starts with the economic part of it and building the wealth to be able to have the affordable house. Now, is there a certain group that you would target, or by data, or how would you target those that's struggling with the affordable housing?
Well, we would have to look at the data. Number one, as I said earlier, we would have to take a profile of that average resident that needs the affordable, to have the housing. And from there, we could then work with other organizations inside and outside of our city, even local government, federal government, state government, to get the monies and grants and things and resources, use those resources that are available and connect our residents with those resources. But that would take some time.
Yeah. And that's the thing, when you're saying about transparency, being transparent and communicate with the local to the people. And that's some things that you have to remind them that some things takes time. I know most people, they don't want to,
Yes, we need more transparency as well. I think that communication is very important. Let's face it, I'm only one person. So if I'm elected, or should I say when I am elected to the Lauderhill Commission, I will still need the residents to come together, but we could do it together. It would take some time, but as long as we bring those things before the commission, I would be that person in the commission that would have the voice for our residents. So, and I would also, beyond that, I would make sure that the residents understand what is going on in the commission. I would provide a newsletter to break down some things so that they can clearly understand what happened at each commission meeting, as well as attending quarterly HOA meetings with the residents and the HOA presidents.
Now, you just said something that I think in most areas is lacking. The numbers are low, and in the community, residents attending commissioners meeting. Is there a way that you would engage the community once you are you have that seat? Is there a way where you can engage the community of Lauderhill, not just some of the community, but the majority of the community, to start attending, the importance of attending those commissioner meetings?
Yes, in order to do that, Mr. Brown, you have to find out what motivates people. And each person is motivated by something different. And I know that because I teach leadership. And so I would have to incentivize some things so that residents would want to come out and see what is going on in their own city. Once they start seeing measurable results, I think that would encourage them to become more engaged as a community.
Because I know all over that's one of the biggest issues in most cities and in the community. They don't attend.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I understand that some residents, some residents work 2 and 3 jobs. Life is lifing right now for a lot of people. And I understand that, which is why you have to meet people where they are. So that is why I would provide that newsletter so that residents can stay informed and know exactly what is going on in the city of Lauderhill. We don't really have that right now.
Oh, wow. That communication is a key.
It's key. Yes.
Now I'm gonna touch on this area because for 28 years I was in school, Broward County schools, and young people were my gift, my calling, my thing. So I'm gonna ask you, our youth are the future. They are the future. So what initiatives would you support to invest in young people and provide positive and opportunity for them? Some of the things that give them opportunity to be better and to be successful.
Yes, and that's a great question. Like I told you earlier, I raised my children here, and I know some of the challenges that our youth have. So one of the things that I would start with, we have programs in place right now for our youth, but one of the things that I would do is I would ensure that our contractors that we bring into our city give back either a number of jobs, a certain amount of money to our youth through training programs, through apprenticeships, because college may not be for everyone. And while college may not be for everyone, everyone has a skill that they can be taught, whether it's plumbing, whether it's electric, whether it's roofing or construction. They can do something that they can be taught. So we would have to I would get with the institutions like Broward College and other institutions and try to come up with some type of a partnership so that we can bring those dollars back to our city. And once our youth have jobs and they're able to turn those dollars over and over in the city of Lauderhill, they too will have a better quality of life. We have job fairs and things right now, but a job fair doesn't do you any good if you don't have the skills to do the work. So we have to start from the ground and work our way up with some of our residents. And that's what I would put in place.
That is so good. And it's so needed because you said it every child, even though we want to encourage them to go to college. But I often used to say, some of the students have their attention span is not 4 years.
Yes,
exactly. Some of them are not 3 years and not 2 years. Some of them may be 6 months.
Exactly. That's more like it.
And there's some 6 months programs out there that a lot of them can be a part of. And and we gotta be real about it and look at it. So I like that. I like that statement that you just made of focusing on tech jobs and those jobs that the kids, may not. I'm say the story. I'm gonna move on. At one of my schools, there was a guy who was working on the Xerox, the copy machine. I don't really have that stuff no more now. And he was there, and I was just paying attention to him, and he was sitting there, and all of a sudden he was on his lunch break. Then I would see him work a little bit, and then I'll see him sit down. He on a little break. So I asked him, I said, hey, how long you been doing that? He said, only probably about a year. I said, okay, cool. How many years did you go to school? He said, oh, I only went for eight months. I went through an 8 month certification set. I say, if you don't mind, how much you make? And when he told me he was making at that time, this was like 2010. And at that time, he said he was making like $25 an hour. And I asked him how many schools you had to do. He said, I normally hit about 4 or 5 schools a day.
Wow.
So you do the math on that one.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, whoa. So a lot of our kids don't know these trades are great. Everyone not going to go to college. There are some trades that they might go plumbers and electrician and auto mechanics and just the tech world of course is where it's at. So I like that plan that you have for the young people.
Thank you.
So you get to toot your horn for a minute, Dr. Smith, because I'm gonna ask you what makes you the best candidate for the Lauderhill City Commissioner seat for. What makes you the best? Why folks should vote for you?
Well, I know that I'm the best candidate because let's just face it, I have the leadership skills. I've worked my way up from the very bottom. I have a plan that includes measurable outcomes. I know what the issues are. I've been a longtime resident in the city of Lauderhill, and God has called me for such a time as this. So I just know that the time is now for me as a leader to be the city commissioner in Lauderhill seat 4, because with stronger leadership, we can have a stronger Lauderhill.
Wow. Hey, listen, you heard it right here on the South Florida Live podcast with my special guest, Dr. Mary Smith, who is running for Lauderhill City Commissioner seat 4. Now, I'm gonna ask you this: what message would you like to leave with the voters of Lauderhill as they prepare to cast their ballot? What would be one of the messages that you want to leave with them?
Well, I would tell the voters to take a look at the leadership you currently have. And based on what you've heard tonight, you know that I have the skills, I have the tenacity, and I make a commitment to be your voice. And I want you to know it also takes dollars. So please go to my page. No amount is too small. Your campaign dollars help me with yard signs, help me with postcards, door knockers, mailers, and so forth. So please, please, please donate at www.marysmithforlauderhill.com. And please tell all of your neighbors, friends, and others to vote Dr. Mary Smith, Lauderhill City Commissioner, seat 4 on November 3rd. And thank you so much for your time tonight.
All right, give me that email address again.
That website is www.drmarysmith, that's DrMarysmith, 4 FOR, Lauderhill, LAUDERHILL.com. www.drmarysmithforlauderhill.com.
FortLauderhill.com. I think I did it, right? All right. Dr. Mary Smith for Lauderhill.com.
That is correct.
There it is, guys. You got it right there. Make sure elect Dr. Mary Smith for Lauderhill City Commissioner. There it is, seat 4. Remember, seat 4 for Dr. Smith. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You already told us how we can reach out. They can reach out to you. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. Smith. for joining us on this evening on the South Florida Live podcast. We appreciate you sharing your vision, a powerful vision at that, for the Lauderhill, and encouraging residents to stay and, of course, stay informed and stay engaged and stay pay attention what's going on. And I told them last week that they have sometime we have to do our homework on our candidates. And just because, we know them, that don't mean we don't do our homework.
That's right. Always have to verify, check and verify.
Yes. So once again, appreciate you. Thank you for taking out your busy schedule to be with us on tonight on the South Florida Live podcast. We wish you well. We know it's going to be well. We know it's going to be victory at the end. So
Thank you so much.
And we're praying for you in your journey, during your journey.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. There it is, Dr. Smith. God bless you.
God bless you.
Hey, there it is, y'all. That was Dr. Smith, Dr. Mary Smith. Once again, she is running for Lauderhill Commissioner, Seat 4, Lauderhill City Commissioner, Seat 4. So those that was on you, Lauderhill, or those that know Dr. Smith, let's get the word out. Let's push the word out. Let's encourage her. Let's those that know anybody that lives in Lauderhill, tell them to get out and vote. How about that? Get out and vote. Let's vote. Let's do it. Okay. Hey, listen. Before I bring on my next special lady, I just want to make this announcement for next Thursday, y'all. Next Thursday, remember, there's going to be a candidates forum next Thursday, July the 2nd, next Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. At the St. Ruth Missionary Baptist Church, 145 Northwest 145 Northwest 5th Avenue in Dania Beach, Florida. If you plan on attending, go ahead and write those numbers down and be in attendance. This is sponsored by Reverend First Bethel Baptist Church, Reverend Pope, and St. Ruth Baptist Church, Reverend Manuel, and also the former mayor, Madam Mayor Bobby H. Grace. It's fun. Hey, listen, the scheduled participants that's going to be there that night will be the Dania Beach Commissioner race, also the Broward County Commissioner seat District 6 race, and Congressional seat District 24 race on that evening. Light refreshments will be served, so be there. Write that down, put that on your calendar, be a part of those that watching from Dania Beach. Be there or, enjoying it and have the thing. You got to remember, y'all, you got to remember this right here. You got to know that your vote matters. Your vote do matter. Remember, no vote is a vote. I often tell people that no vote is a vote. So y'all turn around and tell somebody and tell someone, your vote matters. Your vote matters, okay? All right, let's get out and vote, y'all, in record numbers, because if we do, we don't have to worry about this. We won't go back. We're not going back to where they want to send us to, all right? All right, that's my soapbox for that for the night. I'll finish that some more on Monday about that. Hey, listen, once again, thank you for those that are tuned in to us on tonight. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us on the South Florida Live podcast. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You being with it. Hey, listen, I got another special guest tonight. I'm bringing her on. There's another doctor in the house. There's another doctor in the house, and that's the one and only Dr. Donald McCrae Godfrey. Hey, good evening, my lady. How are you this evening?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Once again, thank you. Thank you for joining us on tonight. We'd like to welcome you to the South Florida Live podcast on tonight. Once again, it's my honor tonight to have you with us and share with the audience of this upcoming event that's going on. So once again, y'all, we have Dr. Donna McCrae Godfrey. with us. Matter of fact, you are the director of the Health and Wellness Ministry at the Greater Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. And so we want to talk about it tonight because you got a powerful event coming this Saturday, right? This Saturday, you have a powerful event coming this Saturday. And the title of that event is The Longest Day Brain Health Awareness Event. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get in it. But I have some questions that I want to ask you first before I let you give the details of it. So Dr. Godfrey, what is the longest day and why is it so important?
Okay, so the longest day is a global awareness initiative that is designed and dedicated to honoring those living with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. This day is developed around the summer solstice, and it is basically designed to recognize those living with the disease because this is the longest day of the year. The idea of the day is to say, hey, this is the longest day of the year, but it also represents and symbolizes the long and difficult journey that individuals with dementia often face. But it also represents the difficult journey that individuals and families who care for those with dementia go through.
Yeah. That this is such a touchy area that a lot of people just don't know what a lot of people go, especially caregivers, go through dealing with this, and the lack of information that's out there. It's there, but a lot of people don't know the insights and the depth of the longest day and the importance of it. So why? Tell me this, Doc. Why is it that why is the should the churches, the communities, families be involved in this brain health awareness?
Well, the reason why the churches should be involved is because the churches have the particular they have the special unique ability to connect with the community. They have the ability to raise awareness. They have the opportunity to educate. They have the ability to bring awareness. They also have the ability to provide the outreach where other organizations don't necessarily have that ability. They are in a unique position and they're trusted by those in the community. They are able to provide spiritual encouragement and connect people with services where a lot of organizations don't necessarily have that ability. Even those that don't necessarily have religious homes or churches that they attend, this is normally a place that individuals in the community will connect with for information. And as we know, this is a topic that we deeply need awareness brought to. We need the education, we need the prevention, because this is an area that is so ignored in our community. We don't necessarily pay attention to the importance of dementia, any area of dementia, until it comes to our doorstep.
Yeah, because sometimes people just put it on as, oh, I just forgot. It was just something it's normal, and don't really keep a watch of it, because I know for me personally, it hits home for me, because there in my family on my mom's side, there's traits of Alzheimer's and dementia on that side. So does that scare me? Does that make me worry? Yes, it does. It does. So what are some of the early signs what are some of the early warning signs of cognitive decline that people should pay attention to, other than thinking that, oh, I just forgot something. It's normal.
Well, it's the memory loss, it's the mood changes, mood swings, big things, social isolation. It could be depression. Depression is a big thing. Social isolation is definitely a big thing. Nutritional changes, big thing. Forgetfulness is not necessarily a number one sign. People always chalk it up to the fact that, hey, memory changes are just a sign or the only sign of aging, but no, not necessarily. It can be drastic changes in memory, repetitive, repetition in things that the individual says, forgetfulness, definitely. Sometimes I know that, my mom, she has dementia, so she'll say something and a couple minutes later she'll say the same thing again. So, we have to pay attention to those signs. But one of the things that we have to be cognizant of, by the time we start seeing signs of this nature, the person is well into they're into the stages of dementia. It's it's probably something that we've ignored for far too long by the time we see these signs.
Yeah, they're already in depth all the way into it by that time. Is it something that is it something that we can, that you can share with family members, that each family members, to what we, what to say, what to look for if we see some signs or something like that? What is it that we can, as a family, be more aware of, or communicate with, or be better about, to make sure it's not too late?
Well, it's going to take, you're going to have to seek professional attention, and it's going to require a lot of patience.
A lot of
patience. But the key thing is to go and have the family member tested, because that's really going to be the only time that you're going to be for sure. And pay attention, because the one thing that I feel we always dismiss it as is normal signs of aging. And that's not always.
Please say that again. Please say that again.
We dismiss it as normal signs of aging, but I'll be honest. I have a friend that her grandmother, she passed away. I think she was like 107. Her grandmother didn't have that kind of forgetfulness. She didn't have dementia, and she passed away, and she did not have dementia. So no, it's not always normal for people just to have dementia when they get that age. So that's one thing we need to stop just, taking for granted, that everybody has dementia at this age, or as they age, say.
As they get older, because you're right, most of the time they lock it in as that you're just getting older, and that's just at that point, that's normal. It's a normal thing, but we should not settle for that. That's what you're saying, right?
Right.
Okay. So what do we do when it's happening? How do we talk to that individual? What do we say to our family members?
Like I said, we have to start seeking professional help, being patient. But another thing, don't be so judgmental.
That is.
And don't ignore what we're seeing, because we have a tendency in the African American community to ignore the signs of what we're seeing, and just kind of letting things pass, sweeping things under the rug, and the problem just progresses. But that's not helping the individual, and that's definitely not helping us as caregivers, because the situation is going to progress, and as it progresses, it's going to get more difficult for you. It's going to get more difficult for the individual.
And you said it earlier. You said patience. Patience. That patience and understanding. And sometimes I've heard people say that they were saying that they just act, they it's not wrong, that they doing this intentionally. They just doing this they trying to act like this, and they're not understanding. Sometimes they have no control of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because another thing that often happens with disorders that come with that fall under dementia, behavioral concerns. Some family members might become aggressive, and so you have some caregivers that they can't understand, and they just can't deal with it. You also have to know your limits in terms of what you're able to manage.
So what kind of culture, this culture, our culture, the community, the churches, what can they do to promote healthy brain function? What can they do? What can we do?
Okay, well, it starts with one of the things that we have to start addressing is how we deal with stress, the mental health aspect. So I am a mental health clinician. And, one of the things that I think we tend to neglect early on is dealing with how we address our mental health. And that goes years back. A lot of the things that we ignore early on can come back to find us later on. I have this saying that what you ignore early on, grief, trauma, whatever, it's going to always come back to find you. It'll meet you on your doorstep.
Wow.
Depression, anxiety. Some of the things that we have to encounter in our communities, we can't necessarily avoid, because they're just products of our community, but we can do things to manage the stress of those things that we encounter. We have therapy available to us, and we need to learn how to access the tools that are provided to us. But I do feel like we often avoid the resources because of the stigma or the stereotypes that are out there about accessing these resources. Or sometimes we just have barriers to the resources. But if we have the ability to access those resources, please do so. But in the church, I think that we have to do a better job of pushing those resources and not, stigmatizing anyone for accessing those services.
Someone asked, there's some questions in there. Someone asked, should a family seek outside caregivers if the person is aggressive and or incompetent?
Incapacitated. It's okay. It's okay to access outside care. I think a lot of times what happens, people feel guilty when they have to access outside care. There's nothing wrong with it. Oftentimes when family members feel as though they've reached their threshold in terms of what they're capable of doing for their family member, others make them feel guilty when they have to go beyond or go outside. But if you know your limits,
right,
use your resources, because you can be doing more harm than good if you know you're incapable of handling that situation.
Dr. Burton asks, it is important she said that it is important for our community to seek resources. Yeah, we got to do it, but we need them to seek resources. But Dr. Godfrey, how? I mean, how do we get them to understand that more? That they need to research resources.
Well, I can put it like this also. There is a body of research that exists that also says if you are a caregiver, caregivers often die before the people that they're caring for. Or you can, because of the trauma of caregiving, look at it in this way. Your brain is a bank. That's a reserve. So you're also storing up trauma from the caregiving. So once I finish caregiving, I am so traumatized from the act of caregiving. I have now stored up all of the blood pressure, the diabetes. I've exhausted myself to the point of stroke, every other health disorder, till I basically destroyed myself. I'm no good because I've tried to care for another person.
Wow.
Out of love, but guess what?
That's good.
My reserve is gone.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. That is so true, Doc. That is so true. Being one that was in that caregiving place, and it took a toll on me. And I often tell people, if I knew then what I know now, it would be better. I would have went through it better. I mean, passing out and stuff because your body's tired, because you're still trying to do your thing and make sure, you're still trying to live your life and trying to do the things for you, plus for taking care of the individual, and that it takes a toll on that body. It really does. So people that I know that's in it, I often tell them every now and then you need to step away. If you can, step away and get away. It's okay. Oh, I just said it, and then they said it. Yeah, take time off. That I didn't know that then. I did not know that then because it was so busy. Me and my siblings, we were just engaged, locked in until we didn't know, until I found myself on the floor.
Yeah.
Had them passed out because I had the night shift and leaving, getting up early in the morning, going to work, coaching all day, and then trying to do what I need to do, and then back to the house. It was taxing. So yeah, it's okay for caregivers to step back. You're so right, Ms. King. It is okay for caregivers to step back and take time off. And I often tell people that now, man, step back, get away from it, step away, breathe for a minute, and re-energize and get yourself back into it. Now, we're oh God, this is good. What message now, Doc? What message would you like to leave with our audience today? And while you're leaving that, you can go right into talking about the event, giving the details of this Saturday, events that's coming up.
Okay, so I would like to say that brain health is everyone's responsibility. It's never too early and it's never too late to begin taking care of your brain. The choices that we make each day matter. How we take care of our bodies, how we manage our stress, how we connect with others, and how we nurture our minds and our faith, that matters. If you notice changes in yourself or someone that you love, don't ignore it. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Each conversation, early conversations can lead to earlier diagnosis, better treatment, stronger support, and a better quality of life for yourself and, for your loved one. Most importantly, remember that your diagnosis does not even define who you are as a person. People with dementia are living better lives with their illnesses when they are diagnosed earlier. They deserve dignity. They deserve your patience and compassion. Make sure that you are also giving them love. And also, as a community of faith, we are called to support one another, walk alongside with each other, but we need to be educating, supporting, and showing love to caregivers and creating community and make sure that no one is walking the journey alone. So the event, the longest day brain health awareness event, will be held from 9 to 12, from 9 to 1 at Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church in Hollandale. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to give me a call, 954-816-5304, or reach out to EMBC Health and Wellness at gmail.com.
And you also you can scan the QR code to register.
Yes.
Those that are viewing, those that want be a part of this on this Saturday, go ahead and scan that QR code now and get registered. And it gives you all the information that you need, to who you need to get in contact with on that, doing the QR code, because I went on and checked it out myself. and it gives all the information. But like she said, everything is there. The email address, the address for you to contact to be a part. Listen, this is so needed. This is so needed for our churches, our communities, our family. This is something that is so needed. I want to tell you, thank you, Doc, for following what God has given you and placed in you to do this and make this awareness and make our community better, make our family better, make our churches better. I just want to tell you, thank you for sharing your knowledge and helping us bring awareness to this important issue of this. Because you know what the Bible said, I wish above all things that they must, that we must prosper, but also prosper. But we got to be, and I remind people, we want to prosper, we want the wealth, but it's no good if we're not in good health.
Right.
We got to be in good health, even as the soul prosper. Okay. So once again, Doc, give that information again. I got the flyer up. Let them know where it's going to be, what it's going to be. Is there going to be food trucks, anything extra there, or it's going to be like just a workshop setting, or how's the format for this Saturday?
There will be speakers, there will be vendors, and I will say that there will be resources. I think that if you are able to come out, I know that you will appreciate some of the speakers there because they will be able to provide a different take on brain health than we've traditionally seen in our community. And I have I have a psychiatrist that specializes in senior health. That's not something that we generally hear in our community. That's something we definitely need to hear about. I have resources, definitely resources for caregivers, resources that we could use as caregivers, but particularly psychiatric, mental health. Please come out if you can.
Once again, thank you, Doc. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing this with my audience, sharing it with the community. And I believe this Saturday is going to be a wonderful, powerful, informative, uplifting event. And there's going to be a lot of people that walk away better than what they were when they came, with knowledge of what to do, how to do, and that way. So once again, thank you. I'm gonna put you out there. We're gonna find time to come back to the podcast, because we did a mental health last year for we did it like a couple of weeks, just talking mental health. Also, we have a segment that we call Evening with the Brothers. My brother keeper. We dealt with men suffering in silence, dealing with mental health. So it's out there, it's for real. But I would like to bring you back someday, one evening, and let's continue this conversation. How about we just make this? let's make this conversation a regular. The more we get it out, the better people are gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
me. Once again, thank you so much, Dr. Godfrey, for being with us on this evening, for being on the South Florida Live podcast on this evening. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. Once again, we will be hearing from you again. We'll be back here very soon. But once again, thank you. God bless you. And I'm praying for the event on this Saturday. I won't be able to attend, but my prayers are with you, that everything will be a success on this. God bless you. All right, y'all. You heard it right here. South Florida Live Park. Listen, I told you it was two powerful ladies on tonight. Dr. Mary Smith, candidate for Lauderhill Commissioner seat 4. Don't forget, those that know, that's familiar with her, go out and support her if you can. Give support to her, and not just lip service financially. Right? All right. Let's do that. And also remember this Saturday, the longest day brain health awareness event at the Greater Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church this Saturday, y'all. Those that are viewing, if you want to register, you can register right now by just scanning the QR code to register right there on the screen. Okay. Once again, it will be at the Greater Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, hosted by the Health Awareness Ministry, presents the longest day brain health awareness event, and that'll be at 816 Northwest 1st Avenue, Alamo Beach, Florida, Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church. All right. There we go. Thank you once again, everybody that tuned in, that was locked in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being on here. Thank you for those that have viewed us by Facebook. Thank you for those that viewed us by YouTube. Appreciate it. Thank you. Once again, appreciate everybody. Don't miss us on Monday. We're Monday live. Monday. Meditation Monday. We're gonna have some special guests on Meditation Monday, so you don't want to miss that at 7 p.m. So be a part. Thank you so much. Once again, if you'd like to be like to support this podcast, you can at $ Power of Glory 777, $ Power of Glory 777. Also, you can Zelle us at Jeffrey Brown, JFFERY, Brown like the color, 2094 at gmail.com. Once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of us, part of this podcast, this episode on tonight. And as we always say, hey, listen, I'll pray for you and you pray for me. Hey, y'all, listen, in spite of it all, let's watch God change things.
Email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.